He says, you shall receive power when the Holy Spirit has come upon you. The job of the Spirit is to bring the reality of the new jurisdiction into our experience. The job of the Holy Spirit is to bring the reality of kingdom truth into the experience today. Okay. Jesus said, it is good if I leave so that the Spirit could come. Told his disciples when he was in the upper room, I got to go to my Father, but I need to leave so the Spirit can come. When Jesus was on earth, the expression of his deity always operated in the location of his humanity. In other words, you could see his deity where his humanity was located. So people got healed where he was. People got raised from the dead where he was. People heard the sermons where he was. In other words, where his body was, you saw the supernatural activity that he did. Because he limited the activity of his deity to the location of his humanity. He was fully God, but he was also fully man. And as fully man, he had limitations. He said, but I've got to go because if the Spirit doesn't come, you're going to be worse off. You mean I would be worse off if Jesus was here today? Yeah, absolutely. Let's say, pretend Jesus physically walked through these doors this morning. Jesus Christ, church would be over. Okay? Jesus walks in the room, I leave the pulpit and take my seat. Because call me Mr. Irrelevant at that time. So Jesus walks in. He greets us. He talks to us. I mean, everybody gonna want his autograph. And this is Jesus. I mean, this is the King of Kings. Everybody gonna want his autograph. So Jesus walks in. Jesus hasn't eaten. And he's man, so he gets hungry. He got thirsty. He's human, although divine. So he would like a meal. I am sure everybody gonna want to take him out. But he going with me. So I'm gonna serve notice on you now. He going with me. By virtue of clout and position, he going with me. And by the way, this is an aside, I did do the Cowboy Chapel last week, so you know that. They called and asked, can I come do it this week? But the chapel was last night, and they couldn't get me a flight back, and I told them being at Oak Cliff was more important than being at a football game. So I just went right over. Now I know you know, why you even bring that up? I brought it up. There was a point. I brought it up because, you know, I went on the team plane when we got to the hotel, and the players were walking through the hotel, and all these fans from Dallas was all around. Everybody was clamoring for autographs. Especially when the name people walked through. Everybody they just wanted to touch the hem of their garments. I mean, everybody was clamoring for their attention. If Jesus Christ was here, we would all be clamoring for his attention. Because the superstar, the King of Kings, has entered the building. But the problem is, because of the limitations of humanity, he could not go to everybody's house at the same time. It would be impossible, not because he's not divine, but because he limited his eternal spiritual activities to the limitations of his humanity. So Jesus never went more than 300 miles from the place of his birth. Okay? He was localized in his humanity. So he says, I'm going to send you another of the same kind. I gotta leave because when y'all disperse, I want to go home with everybody. And because I want to go home with everybody, I'm going to send an invisible power source to be available to you as though it were me. The Holy Spirit is the continuation of the work of Jesus on earth on his behalf, so that he could be everywhere at one time, and his purpose is to empower the kingdom's work in the life of his people.